everybody. Hello. It's been a minute since we've gone live here, but we're going to start today by welcoming you all and thank you for following us. Thank you for joining us. Thanks for those who've been sending emails and sharing the information that myself and Harrison Klein are sharing with you. This is the Wealthy Mofos show. Today, we're going to have a couple things for you. I'm going to read some quotes that's going to help inspire you to do things you've never done before. And I'm going to invite you to the 5 day challenge that's coming up in July. So, and you can also be involved in many different ways. You can actually gain some income, gain some experience, gain some potential, depending how far you want to go. So, thanks again, and I really want to share with you a couple things today that could be really important to what you do and what really happens. Right? You see, I want to get your attention to something that's so critical. You are only one connection or one business contract or one activity away from having a breakthrough. And you have to think like that and you have to become like that. So you're the only one who can use that ability. You're the only one that can see that. I cannot see it for you. And it's an awesome responsibility to have. Most of the coaches out there that want to grow their business to $1 million level are waiting for somebody to really tell them what to do next and where to go. And well, we're going to help you to really tap into your own awesome potential. See, you're the only one who can use your ability. You have a certain experience. You have a certain thing you want to promote, a product, a service, and everybody needs that. But how can you know when to act? Well, we can teach you that. See, motivation only gets you going a little bit and then it drops off. But we want to help you to change your habits. We want to help you to change your habits to get to that next level. So let's make this motivation a habit and you will get there more quickly and have more fun. Now, would you like to have more fun? I mean, I like to have more fun. That's why myself and Harrison Klein, we have a lot of fun growing this business, masterminding together ideas, because it's about enjoyment. If you're not enjoying what you're doing, it's not worth it. So here we are in a short amount of time. We've grown a community to hundreds of people, and now we're initiating events that we invite people to it, and we're going to teach you as a entrepreneur, business owner, coach to do the same. So we'd like you to come up to the 5 day challenge and sign up. It's totally free, but if you want more of our time, you can join the VIP or platinum and get more resources that is going to help you accelerate your business. Now, ambition, your ambition to grow is really what's going to fuel this thing, right? But we need to get your ambition and your compassion and your wisdom and integrity all together to give you this powerful force of goodness that you have. That's going to help us to get you to turn the wheel of your motion, turn the wheel of your business, turn the wheel of your whatever industry that you're in, right? uh, when we post these on YouTube, LinkedIn, everywhere, all businesses are seeing it, and it could be applied for many different areas. So, what opportunity you want to open today? What business are you in? I wouldn't know until I meet you, until I see you, until we have that conversation. So, let's get you started by joining the 5 day challenge. Let's get you started by becoming the best version of yourself very, very quickly. See, what you're probably searching for is maybe a thing or two or a building but at the end of the day, those things you're getting along the way are not important. It's who you're becoming, right? It's the destination, it's the journey of getting there. So don't do it alone, don't do it in a miserable way, don't do it in a way that's painful. We want to teach you the way to do it while having fun. Okay, here I am here in the resort somewhere in San Diego. It's pretty cool area, pretty fun, a lot of stuff going on, and I'm sitting down here by the beautiful pool, and there's all kind of food and restaurants going on. And I really want to show you that if I can do this, you can do this. If we can grow a community like this in a short amount of time, you can do it. We're documenting all this, and we want you to have access to it, right? Let me see where my friend Harrison Klein is at. I really want him to join, so I'm gonna send him a text quickly. Hold on, let's go. All right. So, what else I'm gonna share with you today? Well, see, your business is never really good or bad out there. Your business is what you see it as it is. So, how would you like to understand? Uh, oh, Harrison is in backstage. So, Harrison, let me see you here. Here. All right. So, sorry, Harrison, I'm on my phone, so I couldn't see you on the backstage there. So, welcome and good to see you here. The phone has a different tab than the desktop, so I had to
Yeah,
go to another phone. Can you hear me well?
I can hear you fine. Can you hear me?
I can hear you very, very good. Thank you for joining. So,
Okay, my pleasure.
yeah, so like I was telling everybody, I'm calling here from San Diego. I'm by the poolside, and I was sharing that your business is never really good or bad out there. It's all how you see it. It's all how you, in your mind, start building it. So you have to start seeing it in the goodness that you want to see it. You have to see this opportunity of success that lies within you as the person. And then somebody in the chat, I'm going to pull up their name if I can see it on the phone, is asking, what's this 5 day challenge that we have about? Well, the 5 day challenge is to teach you how to grow this business, how to see this business that you're in, whatever it is, if you're selling a product, a service, a medical device, of how you can see it helping the world, how you're seeing it adding value. Now, most entrepreneurs are not succeeding because they don't see the good that they desire. They wish and hope, but they don't. So we've developed a framework, and over the 5 day challenge, 1 hour a day, we're going to teach you how that works. We're going to give you the main principles, like a piece of the puzzle, how that works. And would like you to show up July 17th. So, Harrison, maybe you can comment on why people do not see, especially coaches and entrepreneurs and business owners, they have this negative language happening in their mind. Why do they not stick on the puzzle? Like, what song is running in their head? Maybe you can comment on that today for a few minutes.
Yeah, I think most people are occupied with idle thoughts and haphazard ideas. But in order to create a big success, you have to have a focused mindset. You have to have a plan to go through the process. You have to understand the principles that take you there, and you have to understand that life is imagination in physical form. And if you are worrying, if you are angry, if you are frustrated, if you are resentful, you are using your mind incorrectly, and you can never get to the positive from the negative. That's not how it works. You have to immediately go to the positive and stay in the positive to experience what you want to experience. The universe uses our imagination to become things. That's how it works. Um, the principle of this thing called visualization works whether you are in the positive side or on the negative side. So if you're envisioning your anger, your fear, your frustrations, your pain, then what you're going to get is more of that, because the law of attraction multiplies whatever you envision. What you envision are the instructions to the universe to bring you back the experience that you want to have happen. Whether you know it or not, consciously or unconsciously, if you're focusing on your anger, you're going to get more anger. If you're focusing on, having a hard time creating money or creating clients or whatever, you're going to get more of that. Life is literally the images of our mind expressed, literally. So understand that we formulate our lives by visualizing deliberately. So this is a big part of the process. The wise person uses their imagination basically to feed themselves every single day on some positive kind of thing. Most of us walk around and we have idle thoughts. We are, sloppy in our thinking, sloppy in our portrayal of what we want to have happen. And we haphazardly just jump from one focus to another, to another, to another. And if we don't take the opportunity to synchronize, physicalize, and see what we want in very, very clear form, we end up, experiencing what we don't want to see, because that's where our mind is really going. So, you know, imagination and the kinds of principles that we use are extremely powerful forces in the whole process. And so when we come to that space, you have to understand that we live in patterns. and we live in these kinds of patterns, and they're blueprints for how we experience life. So, if we're stuck in the same old situation over and over again, we can't break through. It's because we are stuck in a self-image, or we are stuck in an identity that isn't the one that we want. It's about what we don't want. So to get unstoppable, you have to be focused strongly on what you want, and that means that you have to understand what you don't want. You have to understand what you do want. You have to understand the old messages that you are having inside your mind that keep you from getting what you want, and so that you can put in the messages that allow you to have what you want. Basically, it's not a matter of hard work. I want you guys to understand, it's not a matter of hard work. It's not a matter of grinding down anything and forcing anything. It's a matter of seeing. You know, if you can visualize something, you can hold it inside of your hand. If you can conceive it, you can have it. And so, we want to get empowering vision, and we want to get empowering thoughts. I was just with a client this morning, basically, and he was saying that, he had a hard time. His business was doing well, but he had a hard time staying happy because he just had all these dark thoughts, and he didn't understand what was wrong. And I started to ask him questions about, what his thoughts were when he starts to get depressed. And his thoughts were things like, you know, uh, um, when my business starts to go well, I don't know if I can sustain it. When I have difficulty connecting with other people, 2 or 3 times in a row, I start to feel depressed. If things happen, and if things happen in a certain way, they have difficulty in developing the kinds of principles that we're talking about. So, I understand that, um, what we're living is what we've imagined yesterday, not today, or we've imagined yesterday. So when we understand that what we live basically is a place where the thoughts are part of what the thoughts we continuously think. As soon as we start to train our minds to think in a consistent fashion of the positive things we want, we grow. So part of what I taught him was, I said, "What makes you happy?" He said, "Well, I don't know. I don't have nothing particularly makes me happy." I said, "What do tell me something that makes you laugh." So he says, "Well, I like playing with my kids." I said, "Okay, what's the thing about playing with the kids? What do you do?" He says, "Well, I tickle them, I roll on the ground with them, I have physical contact with them. I buy them things." I said, "What does that feel like?" And he said, "Well, he says, I'm all smiles. I'm all, enthusiastic." And I said, "Well, I want you to apply those smiles and those enthusiasm when you get down. I want you to intend to know where you're starting to go down, and I want you to trigger the fact. I want you to make your intention to trigger that that down into going back to what's the feeling of playing with my kids. Not what did I do, what's the feeling of playing with my kids?" And then you start to create a vibration of that joy and that happiness. And when you apply that to what you want, it grows your abilities, it grows your capability, it creates empowering processes for you, because what you add joy to expands really dramatically and very quickly. So that's just one principle. So that's what I wanted to talk about today, the expansion of who we really are. And who we really are is basically this place of just enjoyment. We're here for 3 reasons. All of us are here for the same 3 reasons. How we apply that is our own choice, but that's our free will. But we're here for joy, we're here for expansion, and we're here for service. So if we understand that basically, and you keep that in mind whenever you start to feel down, or you start to have bad days, or your business starts to go bad, understand that there's something that has made you happy in the past. In his case, it was playing with his kids. So
Good.
when he starts to feel down, he recognizes that he has down thoughts, he has depressional thoughts. He has, frustrating thoughts, anger thoughts. I told him, make that a trigger for you to go right back into, the feeling of playing with your kids. And that will elevate you out of there, and you will not stay in that negative space. And within minutes, you will be back into feeling good. And when you feel good, you're effective. When you feel bad, you're not effective. You're always in that frustration, disappointment, anger, fear place. It's important for you to feel good. That is the essence of where we're going to. Because in this world, I'll say it again, I can't say it enough times. We get in this world what we are and not what we want. And what we are is how we feel. So that's
Love
really
that.
important.
I mean,
Yeah.
for everybody that's listening and listening to the recording here, just know that Harrison has a very special way of simplifying the complex, and he'll tune in to what your issue is and give you an exercise or a way so that you can relate, because all this information is already out there, but it's too complicated. And our job, me and Harrison, is to make it simple for you so that you can accept it and actually do it and start having fun with it and getting the results. That's the key. So there was a question in the chat as to Harrison, what would they get in the 5 day challenge? What are they going to learn? Maybe we'll focus on the first secret today and just mention that as to how would a business owner or a coach, what are they going to take away from this 5 day challenge, and why should they show up and invite their friends and
Oh,
family
yeah.
community to join us?
Okay, so really important. So you want to make $1 million, the very first thing you have to do is decide to make $1 million, right? So that's the first thing you have to do. You have to activate your desire to have that thing. When you have a purpose, then you can, in point of fact, infuse that into the actions that make you grow. The second thing is you have to identify with being a millionaire. So if you want to make $1 million, you have to know what $1 million looks like, feels like, acts like, thinks like, and talks like. What a millionaire does that. So you have to get into that space. The very first thing that happens in order for you to make $1 million is you have to build an audience. And that's
Mm,
the first thing that we're going to teach you, the first process. You have to build an audience. When you build an audience, now you're going to give them something delightful, something wonderful, something, financial, or something, emotional, or something, health wise or relationship wise, that's going to grow them. People pay for growth. People pay for you solving problems. So once you have the process of building an audience, now you can solve their problems. And the bigger the problem that you solve is, the more money you make. So let's talk about that. So we have the first level of that is what we call the evolutionary breakthrough experience. That's the first level. That's the first thing we're going to teach you. I don't want to go into everything right now. That's reserved for the July 7th. Uh, um, that's reserved for the July 7th day. But we're going to teach you the evolutionary breakthrough experience. When you understand how to break through all those things, and I just gave you one example of how to break through something. He's depressed. He breaks through by remembering what it's like to play with his kids, but he has the intention to recognize what's wrong, so that when he recognizes himself dipping, he can apply what builds him up. Because we generate our feelings. It isn't that they happen to us. We are generating that from the I am. So, so the first thing is the breakthrough experience. So we can break through in our audience growth. We can break through in our emotional growth. We can break through in our financial growth. We can break through in our common sense. We can break through in our confidence, in our competence. All of that is something that we have to do in order to grow the process. So really cool stuff. And then you have to have a big why. So why does he want to feel good all the time? Why does he want to break it? Because his kids enjoy it, because people around him enjoy it. Those are big whys, because they feel good when they're around him, and then he feels good, and then his clients feel good, and then the process is, what are you going to get from this? You're going to get a success story, and you're going to get more money. You're going to get a certain amount of skill set and mindset, and you're going to get you'll get the right questions to ask, because the quality of our lives is based on the quality of our questions. So he had questions that said, why am I so why am I so down, and why am I so feeling so bad all the time, and why is my business going down? I said, those are the wrong questions. The question is, how do I get a better business? How do I feel better? How do I do this stuff? Not why is it going wrong, but how do I do better? How does it feel better? Et cetera, et cetera. So the quality of your questions grows you. It's not the quality, it's not, so you have to have the right questions in order to get the right answers. Because, if you ask, why do I feel so bad all the time, you may get an answer. You're a schmuck.
Love that. Just want to thank you, Harrison, for this amazing answer. And the Facebook user, I'm not sure if it's Jay or Vic or does not telling me the name, and Maxwell for asking the question. And that's just the tip of the iceberg. What Harrison just shared with you. When we're gonna share more with you, Maxwell, and everybody that's listening on this 5 day challenge. And come in, and if you want to spend more time with us, you'll jump into the VIP or Platinum, where you get 10 hours a week with us that week, and you can ask any of your business questions, any of your personal questions, any. It's going to be a small, intimate group. So this is your chance to show up, and it's coming up in July 17th. Come and learn how we're doing it. We're building it in front of your eyes. Three of you have already decided to kind of get on the journey with us, and they're in the process of being in applying and seeing how they can work with us. And a lot of you can do that too. So just excited for what's coming up. We have a wealth of knowledge and resources and access to uh, places where we can get you to shine, whatever it is that you're doing, whatever, you know, as long as the business that you're in is a good business and it makes sense and you're going to add value into the world, you can pretty much do anything you want to do. So we have the skill set and the knowledge of how to get you in that framework, how to get you
That's
thinking well, because it's the injustice what's happening out there, and that's why we're doing it. So
yeah.
um, that's kind of what it is. We want you all to win. We want you all to start. Everybody dreams about the $1 million, but $1 million actually is not a lot of money if you think about it nowadays. Like, you need a lot more than a few millions to retire properly if you want to retire. So let's get you to think big and start seeing a light at the end of the tunnel. We're here to support you and help you grow.
It's really important that we get into alignment. And alignment is the congruence of your conscious, subconscious, and superconscious. When you are aligned properly, you make breakthrough after breakthrough after breakthrough after breakthrough after breakthrough after breakthrough. In case you didn't hear what I said, breakthrough. That means you break through your patterns, your limiting beliefs. That means your self sabotage. You break through the things that keep you stuck. So you start to feel better. You have your concentration improves, your focus improves, your repetition improves. Let's get you aligned. First principle is getting aligned. So let's get aligned. And that's one of the things we'll cover on July 17th. Join us, join and if you're so inclined to just come to general admission, I highly suggest you take the VIP option or the platinum option. That gives you direct access to me and to Kamal, and we can then answer your questions individually. And we'll play, because what happens is that when you get in proximity to somebody that you're who knows the answers to the way you can do things, basically, it improves your experience with things. And, everybody who I know that's ever been successful has had somebody that they align with, that they connect with, that answers their questions. Because if you're doing it on your own, you can get the answers. But guess what? It's going to take you about 20 times more and slower than if you have somebody who can give you the answers. And one of the things that I do with Kamal basically is that I teach in a heuristic fashion. So when I was telling you about my client that I was talking to today, basically, heurism is the process of asking the right questions to lead the client to the discovery of what they need. And when you discover stuff on your own, it's yours internally. You never have to worry about ever not having it again. If I give you the answer to something, you may accept it, you may reject it, you may forget it, a week down the line or a couple of days down the line. But if you discover it, you'll never not know it. So we want you to know what it takes to get to that $1 million level. We want you to know it so deeply, so thoroughly, that every cell in your body rejoices when we have a connection. Okay, or when you have a connection to starting your day or your business or whatever. I
Love
hope
that.
I
That
hope. Yeah.
connect you, get you moving fast, and that dream that you have becomes a reality. I want to leave you with this, and then we'll close up. Van Gogh was asked, "How do you draw such beautiful pictures?" And he said, "I dream my pictures, then I paint my dream." So we're going to teach you all that stuff. How you can you dream a big business? How can you dream a 1 million, 10 million, $100 million business? What's it going to take? And that's the magic in it. And this proximity that Harrison just talked about is powerful. I mean, Harrison has been around everybody in the movie The Secret, from John DeMartini to Bob Proctor to everybody has been around. I've been mentored by Bob and Laurel right now. So you're in for a treat. We want to help you grow. We want to help you succeed. And we want to see more of you, millionaires and multi-million dollar businesses happening, because we're on this mission to stop this injustice and get you guys some wins and gals. We want you to start winning. The more of you win, the more of you will create betterness in the world, and the world will be a better place because of you. So that's all I have for today. And then we'll see what happens. Tomorrow I'm traveling, so Friday we'll come back with another live. But like Harrison said, join, take advantage of this VIP Platinum, because you're not gonna just get 10 hours that week. You'll have the chance between now and then to interact with us. So we're at the beginning stages. So imagine all that proximity, imagine all that interaction, the videos we're going to share with you, the books. They have the power to change your life if you're willing to grow that far. So
I want to give you. I want you to understand that when we do these things correctly, what we have is magic tools. And I'm serious. It's magic. Can I play? Can I play a quick little a video, about a 1.5 minute video for you guys?
yeah,
That
if you can, yeah, they're probably going to hear you. I cannot help share, but you can play the video. Sure, play. Go ahead. It's an honor to be able to offer a testimonial to someone who's helped really transform your life. I was in a rough spot when I met Harrison. Had just gone through a divorce, had a 7-year-old daughter, had just landed in Dallas 3 months prior. I know nobody here, no friends, no family, and suddenly I'm a single mother. And I had to quit my sales rep position because I couldn't travel as a single mom. And I was at a crossroads. I was heartbroken. I was worried, so worried. I had anxiety about how this was going to affect my daughter. And then I met Harrison, and his love, his depth of caring, and his intense, incredible, amazing knowledge, and his ability not only to share, you know, what is happening and how you can fix it, but really giving you concrete strategies that you can implement, practical, which is what I need. I can hear the theory, but I need the practical and how to put it into place. And his loving support and his integrity and his vast knowledge has truly transformed me. I'm now living a lifestyle that I desire. My daughter is doing amazing, like fantastic. And I haven't felt this good in my entire life. So, Harrison, thank you. It's an honor to be associated with you, and I adore you, and I love you, and I adore everything about you, especially your ability to help others. Wow, so powerful, so powerful what just mentioned, and that's the idea, is to get you the hands-on approach to actually do it. It's not just theory. Thank you, Harrison, for sharing this.
you are welcome. And I think we multiplied her income several times over. So and that's just the income part of it. We changed her life, as we can anybody who goes through this process. All right, let's get magical.
I
Okay.
like it. Let's get magical.
Or
Oh.
as Olivia Newton John said, let's get physical. No, let's get magical.
Well, thank you all so much. We'll come back on Friday with a live. And thank you, Harrison. Enjoy your day. I'm enjoying the day here in San Diego. I'll be
Enjoy
traveling
San
more.
Diego.
Thank you so much. It's a beautiful day on this resort. You can see the pool behind me here. It's just incredible.
Yeah.
Really, really cool. And bless you. And we'll talk soon. Thank you so much.
I'm Harrison Klein,
I'm Kamal El-Rassi.
and we are
Yeah.
the
Well,
Wealthy Mofos. Yay.
let's
Okay.
go. Share
We'll
the
see.
stream. Share the love. Thank you for those who are watching live. We'll